What is up, my peeps? It's your Knucker Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review. You see what we got going on. Bringing up the rear, last, certainly never least, we have celebrating 85 years of Marvel Legends Deluxe set. We've got Odin, the All-Father himself, Asgard. Yes, indeed. Looking good right there, and it's just in the packaging. I saved him for last. I had gotten both he and Hulkbuster at the same time, but I figured let the king close it out for sure. And here we are. So you see what's going on. This is the Marvel Celebrating 85 Years campaign packaging. So you see we've got Odin over there on the right side, Marvel Legends on the upper left, and the Celebrating 85 Years logo down below, as well as the top. Of course, we've got some All-Father artwork right there looking real regal, know what I'm saying? And then on the back, there's a larger thumbnail of that same artwork. And yeah, looking pretty good, pretty good. We have a readout. This is the final readout for the final figure in the celebration of 85 years of Marvel. It reads, Odin, King of Asgard, uses his immense wisdom and skills as a warrior to defend the realms as the All-Father. You know how we do. You know how he does. So, looking at my man one last time, it's time to get this party started. Taking a look at the All-Father outside the packaging, but still in the clamshell. You see he comes with a decent amount of accessories. That is saying something when you're talking about Marvel Legends. You see he's got his spear gun there. He's got the All-Sword. Is it the All-Sword? Is that what it's called? Or at least a sword. The All-Sword. The real All-Sword is huge. Two different sets of headgear, an additional set of hands, and he's got his ravens. So, yeah, doing pretty good. And Odin is looking very good himself in that clam. And from the clamshell to the rotating base, we've got the All-Father himself rotating, and we're getting a nice look at this particular figure. Hasbro didn't spare any expense this time, and yep, your eyes do not deceive you. That is a soft goods cape that Odin is sporting right there, and we've got some nice looking colors and the overall design. So let's get this party started. You all may as well buckle in because we have some things to talk about. Going over our All-Father Odin, looking at the head sculpt first, you can already tell with that beard that it's not going to get too much movement no matter what type of technology we've got going on for the neck and head combo, especially when we have the fur collar going on, and he's got long hair that's draped down behind underneath that collar. And when I turn him around, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I digress. You see, you know he's missing an eye because he sacrificed it to get some knowledge at some point. And looking at the chest, we've got that chainmail, or what's supposed to be like chainmail for Asgardians. Very nice. It's almost a copper color when you look at it. That's what I'm going to go with. And then you've got this emblem on his chest, and there's some nice detail going on with that. Then you've got the chains that's going around his torso, painted blue, the same color blue that we have on his armored arms, as you can see there, and legs. So Odin is definitely he's ready for something. Then we've got the that loincloth skirt piece and his WWE championship belt right here with nice detail at the center of it. Some Nice paint. I'm going to say it's, we're going to go with gold, I guess. And then, of course, the skirt piece down below. Look at the detail here. It's almost difficult for me to believe that this is a Marvel Legend and it isn't an MCU figure. You know what I'm saying? This is cool. The knee pads, it's got horns on it. And in fact, to make them asymmetrical, dissimilar, the left one is broken off. And that's intentionally. That wasn't like a mishap in packaging. It's intended that way. Then you've got the boots. If anything, if I have to come up with some nitpicks, the boots and the gloves kind of sort of look plasticky. It would have been better served if they would have painted all of that the same color as they got the belt and the trim on the skirt piece. But still, it's nice. You've got these are either teeth or bones on the gloves and the boots. Pretty nice there. Going behind, you've got the soft goods cape and that fur collar. I'm gonna lift up the cape, and it reveals once again Hasbro. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pinch myself because we've got paint and design on the back of the figure going on right there. Like I said before, the chain wraps around. We've got paint back here for that skirt piece and the trim. This is this, along with all those accessories that I showed at the beginning. This is what a deluxe set's supposed to look like. As far as the articulation is concerned, starting with that head, as I stated previously, you can scratch getting anything between the hair and the collar. Once I demonstrate how you change his hair piece and for his helmets, you'll see. We'll see what type of articulation we get there. So stand by for that. As far as the shoulders are concerned, and he's pretty tight, so bear with me, but he can get you a T-pose. Going back down, like I said, Odin is pretty tight here. You can go 360 with the arm. He doesn't have butterfly joints, so he can only rear back that far. And so you know that means he is tight. He can only clasp that far, unfortunately. He does have the bicep. He's got single jointed elbows. Big guys tend to only have that. The hands he came out of package with are the secret clasping hands for his weapons. So they have the vertical hinges and, of course, the swivel. He's got a diaphragm. So, or I should say, not a diaphragm, but a dumbbell, a waist swivel. So he can go back that far, not too far. He can go forward that far. I think he could go a bit more forward, but his WWE belt is preventing that. He can go side to side, and you're going to get your rotation at that joint. Hips, this is a surprise. Big as he is, he can get them out that far, even with the skirt piece impeding some. He can kick that far forward, that far back. He's got the thigh cut. He's got double jointed. Oh, this is very tight. Double jointed knees. See if I can get that other one. It's there, trust me. But yeah, it's very tight. No boot swivel. He can point his toe that far forward, that far up. He does have ankle pivot, and he's got holes at the bottom of his feet. And like I said, this guy, my Odin, is pretty doggone tight here. But I think that's I prefer that than being loose. As far as changing his headgear, you could pull off the the fur collar there. You see, it just pegs in, and then look at the back. You see what I'm talking about? Odin is in need of a haircut for real, and a beard trim. But what you do is you pop off the head like that. You've got a peg. He's looking real weird with that one. We'll put on the iconic headpiece first. I was about to put that on backwards. And that goes like that. You see what that goes in. So what you do is after you get that in, you just get the fur collar. There are holes there at where the cape fits in. Just affix. Oh, I just made the cape come out. We don't want that to happen. Get that in. I think I got that in. Yep, straight like that. And moving back so you can get the whole headset in frame. And that's what he looks like with that headgear on. Here's what he looks like with the other set of headgear on. Here's the Allfather with one of his ravens. And let me tell you something right now. I put that raven on first time, no dropping, no phone or anything like that. So we now know, we already know going in. That's the last time it's going to be that easy for me. And here's Odin with his spear Gungnir. And this is the second time we've seen this spear. We've seen it before many years ago, many moons ago, with an Avengers wave, the Allfather wave it was called. And Odin / King / Allfather Thor were the Build-A-Figures. You could interchange, you could either make King Thor or Odin, depending on what pieces you would get. The wave actually had different pieces in the entire wave to make either or. So you would have to buy some things you'd have to double up on in order to make them both. And here he is with both spear and sword. And like I said, both of these hands have the vertical hinges. Dave, this is I'm really loving this set. Now it's time to play the comparison game. We're going to kick this off with Odin's creation, the Destroyer. And you could see Odin has got the Destroyer beat in the girth department, but the Destroyer is a little bit taller than the Allfather. And once again, because large figure, you know that I'm very inconsistent with taking the measurements, but with these larger figures that we've gotten lately, I've had to do them justice. So Odin is standing to the top of his head a little over 8 inches, but when you consider the horns of that helmet, we're right there at 9 inches, which puts the Destroyer just under 9 inches at the top of his head. So he is technically taller than Odin. It's just that helmet, the headgear, gives the Allfather the edge. Next up, now that we've seen how large our 85th anniversary Odin is, we now have the Build-A-Figure. That's right, Build-A-Figure from years ago, the Allfather wave. This is Odin from then, and you see, as I stated, Gungnir is just a repeat performer here. Next, we have 3 generations of kings. On our left, we have Bor. That's Odin's father right there, and grandfather to our guy on the right. We have Thor, Allfather Thor, blazing the custom head sculpt, because this figure, if any of you recall, is really the Herald, Galactus Herald Thor. And we may as well make it a family portrait. And since I know Odin always wanted to have a girl, I've got Loki in his, we'll call it her female form. And I already know that Odin does have a girl, Angela. I just don't feel like digging her out. So this is going to be an incomplete family portrait. So my thoughts on the Marvel Legends Odin from the 85th anniversary of Marvel celebration. This deluxe set, I think, is absolutely fabulous. It is I mean, calling it an upgrade to the previous Odin that we got is an understatement. It is the understatement of the year. This figure is definitely in contention for figure of the year, but that might be premature. Marvel, or I should say Hasbro, has been knocking it out the park this year with their figures, so there is going to be some stiff competition for figure of the year, but Odin has definitely got to place somewhere near the top. He's big, he's bulky, blazing in at over 9 inches tall. He's got, he's got a bleep load of accessories, 2 weapons, his spear, Gungnir, and a sword. He's got 2 different sets of headgear. He's got his ravens. He's sporting one of them right now, an extra set, an extra pair of hands. This is, and lest I forget, soft goods cape. And it's just a flowing cape. It would have been cool if we had some bendy wire so we can pose the cape as well. But hey, you got to crawl before you can walk. We've got a soft goods cape. That is, that's just, it's saying a lot right there. There's hope for the future. One day we may get a soft goods cape with bendy wire. For right now, though, I am very happy that we have the soft goods cape. It'll make it easier for him to sit if we can find some way to get a throne. And I'm sure there are a lot of customizers out there who are in the process of making a throne, a golden throne for Allfather Odin. This is a great set. The deco is just outstanding. It's just hard for me to believe this is a Marvel Legend. I know I'm fawning over it, but hey, get it in hand. You will see what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can get a taste of what I'm talking about just from watching this video. This is a banging set. Highly recommended. If you are on the fence, hopefully this sways you. And if it sways you, that means it sways you in the way that I'm flowing. Anyhow, make up your own mind. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, for sure. And while you're down there, join up, subscribe, definitely like the video. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell so you know the next time I upload a video. This, my friends, ends the 85th anniversary celebration of Marvel. From Marvel Legends, we went through all 10. It is on and cracking. I may do just a quick hit video of all 10 together just to show them off. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet, but hey, it is what it is. We went through all 10. I've got them all on my channel. You got to do is check them out. Go to my page, and you'll see all the videos for them right there. But you're going to have to get up out this video in order to do that. So I'm going to leave you now. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Until next time, take care. Peace.